On today's show, I'm going to introduce and show you how to set up your own AI voice assistant using MYCROFT. I'm JC, and this is Be With TV. Show you shit that you might not know. Welcome, my friend, to the Be With show. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, y'all too kind. Let y'all come on in the room. Y'all come on in. All right, so today, what we have for you today is we're going to be talking about MyCroft AI. If you are familiar with like the Alexas, the Echoes, or you use your Google Assistant, Siri, AI controlled devices or assistant things like that. There's an open source platform out there. It's probably one of the best out there, if not the only. It's called MyCroft. You're able to control certain things with your voice. And it's a GitHub project. And what I like about this is like AI for everyone. Runs on multiple platforms. It actually has it. So there is a device called the Mark One, which is kind of like a Echo or Alexa type style device, as you can see scrolling across there. It's multi-platform, which means you can install this on any existing machine if you have one. As you can see, laptop, desktop. Let me go and show you here. Get started. So Linux, Android, if you're familiar with building applications for Android devices. It also runs on Windows and MacOS. Okay, so and also it runs in Docker containers if you're familiar with running those as well. Now I wanted to save this PyCroft for last just because it's a specially packaged build of Raspberry Pi that runs on a Pi device. So you can actually just burn this image right to an image SD card and plug in. Make sure you have a mic and speakers plugged in, and that'll give you a little voice assistant up and running without having to do much configuration. There's some automated stuff you have to answer, but I'll show you that. Excuse me. I'll show you that once we step through our process here. And so during what we're going to be doing for the process, we're going to be installing this on to a Linux machine. I'm running Ubuntu, but this shouldn't really matter what you're running, whether it's Fedora or Ubuntu, something like that. We're gonna step through this process here, and I'm going to install this and see if we can get this up and going on my laptop here. All right, so give me a second. Let me switch over to my terminal window. Okay, bear with me here, y'all. All right, and all right, so we got our terminal window up. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to step through their getting started process here. So what we want to do first is we want to cd, make sure we're in our home directory. So you're going to cd tilde and then / okay, look like we're there. Okay, good. We'll clear that out. Now this is the fun stuff here. We're going to copy this down. Now if you don't want to type that in, you can copy and paste everything into your terminal. So you're going to type in git, that's git with an I, git space clone, then the web address, which is https:// github.com/MyCroft AI, all one word, MyCroft AI /MyCroft core.git. I'm gonna give you guys a second so you can take a look at that. And you can find this on MyCroft.ai if you want to take a look, and then click on the download link and step along with the instructions here. I don't have my, I know I with my terminal window up, you guys can't see that. So if you want to follow along, go ahead and check that out while we're going through this process here. Okay, or you can just follow along as I'm typing here. So once we got our git clone and then our link in, we're going to hit enter. It's going to clone that repository location onto our local machine. This shouldn't take long. We're just basically downloading a directory. Okay, sweet. Didn't take that less than probably 20 seconds. So once we got that, now we're going to change directory into the MyCroft folder, the MyCroft core folder directory. Hit enter. All right, as you see, there's our everything that's in there. So next step, we want to launch the setup. So they have here, we want to say bash and then dev setup, dev_setup.sh, and then hit enter. All right, so here it's going to step us through. It's going to do some initial environment setup stuff. So and I would suggest you choose most of the default options, which typically is yes. So you want to say yes to using the master branch. Excuse me. Okay. This next one basically talks about allowing the automatic updates, which I suggest you say yes. Okay. And so this next portion, this it's asking if you want to download some mimic files that it needs in order to be able to talk if there's no internet connectivity. So you want to say yes to this because it'll download this stuff locally. So yes. All right, so this is asking if you want to add the MyCroft core directory to your path in your profile. I would suggest you say yes, because this will allow you to utilize MyCroft commands without having to navigate into the directory itself. All right, so this one is more so for developers. Just by default, if you're unsure, as it says, go ahead and hit yes to this one. So we're going to hit Y for yes. So the interactive portion is complete. This is going to do some compiling. Some of the dependencies I already have installed because I did a previous install of this before. If you haven't, it's going to install a lot of the dependencies first, and now as you see, it's collecting some other additional things. It's going to compile this software. If you need to take this takes maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so. Go ahead and let's hit a bathroom break, get you some drink, whatever you want to do, take a little quick break. And once this completes, we'll come back and we'll finish up, okay? All right, you guys stay tuned. All right, folks, we're back. I appreciate you. Break's over, so let's get back to it. So the compiling's complete. If you had any errors, they would have popped up. We couldn't address. So what I'm going to do, let's clear this out here. clear my screen. So once we've got that installed and compiled there, next part, we want to go ahead and launch our MYCROFT. So basically you want to type in MYCROFT and you want to start, and I'm going to hit enter so you can see some of the initial commands here you can actually launch here. So here we go. It kind of goes through, shows you a lot of the stuff here. You can essentially just launch certain services which only will perform certain things for you, but initially what you want to do, you really want to you want to start all services. So I'm gonna hit up. So you want to type in MYCROFT -start, and you're gonna hit space all. Okay, this is going to launch all our services, and so now we should be good to go. What we want to do here, I want to see if I can get up the interface here. So now we want to say start MYCROFT CLI. Okay. All right, so this is going to give us our, you can see this is our interface, kind of the you can see what's going on. It's installing. Update skills are complete. So we did get an error here. It says in the pairing, which that might be due. Everybody's at home, so it may be due to a lot of internet traffic going on. So I don't know. Let me see here. Hey, MYCROFT, pair device.
It seems I cannot connect to the MYCROFT servers. Please give me a few minutes before trying to speak to me.
Okay, so you can see there, yeah, it's having some issues trying to connect. I know we've got internet connection, but essentially that's, you see, you pull the CLI up, it allows you to kind of see debugging going on. So right now, as of right now, it's not able to connect to the MYCROFT server for whatever reason. That is due to kind of not out of it's kind of out of my control. But however, so you can hear at least how it actually works. I've got this installed on another laptop, so I'm going to actually let me switch my screens back, get you off the CLI here. All right, there we go. So registering with home stored and blah, blah, blah. Do not share this with others. Identity. Okay. It's interesting. Oh. Pairing with home. So this is a lot of other configuration, how to actually if you want to use your own without using the MYCROFT service. See, right now it's using the MYCROFT service, which is not, it's having some issues connecting, but once it, what happens is it, MYCROFT gives you, it'll read back to you a pairing key, and you'll input that into the let's go back here. So once you do have to set you up an account. I didn't mention that, but you you go to MyCroft AI, and you will need to create you an account. Here you go to my account. If you don't have one, you'd have to create one, and it'll get you logged in here. And what you do is go to add device, and once MyCroft it'll read you back uh, a pairing code that's specific for you and your device, your machine that you're setting it up on. And so, and you see here it says code spoken by device. You'd pair that, you'd put in that pair code here, fill in your name, placement, unique name. That's his unique name for your device, and you put in, you know, kind of geographic location of where your device is. Here it gives you a couple of options for voice, how the voice sounds: British Mail, American Mail, and Google Voice. Then it's got your wake words. It's got 4 wake words you can use to actually wake your device up and respond to commands. You can see here the default wake word is "Hey Mycroft." I didn't say anything. My bad.
I'm having trouble communicating with the MyCroft servers.
Yeah,
Please
I
give
know.
me a few minutes before trying to speak to me.
Yes, he's still having issues. So the one that I have installed on my other machine, I'm using Jarvis here. Hey Jarvis, what's your name?
My device name is Obot.
And there you go. And let me show you here. There's my device name, Obot, right there. Right there. So, hey Jarvis, what time is it?
928.
Okay, so there you go. There's a few. That's coming from the Mycroft AI that I have installed on my my home machine, my office machine. And
I'm
it's
having trouble communicating with the MyCroft servers.
okay.
Please wait a few minutes before trying to speak to me.
So, but that's in a nutshell. That's how you set up. It's pretty simple. Once you get kind of going and logged in to your Mycroft account, you click over here on the left hand side and you see the marketplace. You scroll down, you've got skills. So once you go over, you got Mycroft set up. You can actually start installing certain skills here, all via voice. You simply hit the use the wake word and say install, and it'll install any of these skills here. Let me slow down. I don't want to scroll too fast. So look, you can actually use to set alarms, set reminders, check the weather. Here, I'll let you guys hear that. So, hey Jarvis, what's the weather forecast?
Right now, it's overcast clouds and 51 degrees. Today's forecast is for a high of 67 and a low of 47.
All right, you guys can see it. So, and that was coming from this the weather skill here. So you can actually and let me show you. You guys click on here, and it actually it gives you information on uh, different descriptions you can use to ask your AI device. So let's here. Let's see here. Okay, here. For example, here says what's the weather in Houston. So let's see. Let's find out what the weather in Houston is. Hey Jarvis, what's the weather in Houston?
Right now, it's thunderstorm and 74 degrees for a high of 81 and a low of 70 in Houston.
Get out of here. All right. So you guys kind of get a gist of that. So, but like I said, they've got various skills here that you can go through, check out, and some of them are already pre-installed. Some of them you do have to install once you have this loaded up. There's I like this one here, Teach Mycroft Knowledge and Humor. So you actually can train the device to learn new things. So this is pretty, I mean, it's pretty slick. If you guys want to check this out, don't, like I said, go ahead. I'll leave a link in my description below, or you can just go ahead and go to mycroft.ai and take a look at that. It's pretty interesting. I came across this kind of looking around since we've been at home, like looking for some little projects and stuff I can mess with. And this was worth me getting on here and kind of letting you guys know about this. Don't forget, hit the like button, hit that like button for me. Share this video, subscribe to this channel, okay? I also go ahead and go take a look at my website. If you want to, get information on what we do, type of service we provide. That's bwit.net. That's bwit.net. I hope this has been a pretty informative video for you. I think that's all I got for you, man. Yeah, we covered that. Yeah, this is, like I said, it's pretty good. Check it out. Mycroft AI. This is JC, Bwit TV. Peace, and I'm out.